Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my second channel, and this channel is about spirituality, nature, healing, and all of that jazz. But today I'm going to be talking about my mom again and just my grief journey with that. I don't know where to start, honestly. Everyone's grief is very different, and I want to give tips, but okay, as I was saying, this is my grief journey, part 2 of the first one that I just uploaded. And of course, a couple of days it's gonna be Mother's Day, and I decided to just upload my grief journey. I didn't want to upload it, of course, when I wasn't just ready to do it, but I feel like I'm ready now, and I feel like hopefully it reaches other people, and it's something that helps them too along their way with whoever they have lost in their life. But one thing about losing a parent and just the grief after that, it's just so like I can't even explain it. Like I have no word of like explaining it. It's really just, like I said in the first video, I was like, it's unfair. It's also just very intense. When you lose someone, it brings up so much about you that you don't even know yourself, that it's almost as if it's healing for you in every area of your life. And for me, I feel like when you lose a parent, whatever the disease or the situation that they had in their life, you know, it's specifically what led up to their sicknesses or their diseases, it really has an impact on you. And the reason why I say that is because my mom went through a lot. She went through a lot, and she wasn't the type of person that like let other people kind of like get to her, or you know, like, okay, so like I said, like she wasn't the person that like would let people get to her, but she is the type of human being on this earth, on this planet, that everybody go through stuff, you know what I mean? She went through a lot of stuff, and life really it's very difficult for a lot of people, for everybody, because you never know what people are going through. You never know like what kind of diseases people have, you know. And for me, you know, my mom would always say that I would complain too much. And it was just so funny because I would say that I did complain a lot, but after she passed away, I stopped complaining. I stopped like having that kind of energy, that kind of mentality, like I always was just like, you know, I don't know, I can't really like, complainers are complainers, people that just do the work, get it over with, basically. But after losing her, I had to stop doing a lot of stuff, and I had to suck it up, honestly, because, you know, my she's not here anymore. And I remember when she was in the hospital, and she was like, I was crying, and she was like, why are you even crying? Like, she was like she was that like bad ass of a person. Like, I literally, like, she literally just sat there and listened to the doctors, and as they told her that she has this amount of time, and she just sat there. She was calm. She didn't scream and cry and all of this stuff that I guess people would normally think, you know, that a lot of patients will do at a hospital. But she didn't do any of that. She was very calm and stuff like that, as if she knew, like, and she was ready. But when you see your loved one or your parent deteriorate and they go through days where they can't even get out the bed and all of this stuff, and you know, as my mom got sicker over the years, I got close to her and I learned so much stuff from her, and she told me so much stuff that she never even told anyone else. And I thank my mom for just opening up to me and me getting to know her as she got sicker and stuff like that, because you know, you're supposed to, they're a parent, and you know, you do what you can to make them feel comfortable in their last days. And that's, you know, something that I did the best way that I could. And she really was just such a like gangster. I said she's just like, she was just, you know, she just took it with a grain of salt, and she was just like, okay, yeah. It just was like they couldn't do anything for her, and you know, it's COVID, so they couldn't give her surgery and stuff like that. And you know what was big for me is like the fact that I had to adult in that moment of just choosing to do certain things that we had to do because she was in that state. And that taught me to, you know, life is what it is, and you got to be ready for whatever good and bad, whatever life throws you. And I had those moments and those experiences before my mom got sick, but when she got sick, I knew that, yeah, like like this isn't something that is great to go through. Like it's just not. But when you go through someone like a disease, like literally like deteriorating someone, and you see that, and you see that they're in pain, you see what life is in the reality. Because a lot of people are living in this whole, like, I wouldn't say like fairy tale kind of lifestyle and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that. But then again, it's like, you know, I've become so conscious and aware of just going through losing my little brother, losing my mom, to the fact that I see how things are. I see how life works, basically. And I see what, if you make a mistake, the consequences of that mistake. And well, no matter how small, how big it is, I see that through just losing a parent. And I could say that it was not easy, and it was very intense. It was very hard. And I recommend going to therapy. I recommend journaling. I recommend buying books like this. Even books, reading books about the afterlife, and reading books about losing your parent and grief. And this is a book where I just write letters to my mom, and it could just be like, hey mom, like, guess what, like, I had a good day at work today, or I met somebody that really made my day. So it, you know, just stuff like this really helped me a lot. And just also having boundaries with how much you want to share your grief with people, and whether or not you're ready to grieve a certain way is also fine, and it's okay for your mental health and spiritually. Because for me, like I said in the other video, I wasn't ready to upload that video, even though I did, and then I didn't. But I feel like I needed to, just to get that out into the world and stuff like that. Also, Journaling, books, spirituality, therapy is a big one. It's a really big one, therapy. Watching other people talk about their own grief and their own journey and giving tips, something that I have did too. And I feel like family too, having family close to you when you're grieving, and if you're checking up on them too, it helps a lot with you. And you know, it's funny because I was just so like, you know, why did God take my mom? Like, and I literally I had to literally get to a point where I didn't ask those questions anymore, like, because like I said, like in the other video, it was easier for me to kind of like heal and let go of her a lot quicker, because my mom prepped us for her departing. And she would always say that I'm not going to be here forever, you know what I mean? You know, get yourself together. You know, it's like she just was so real, and she always showed us how life really is and how people really are at the end of the day. And that really helped me too. Like, when she got sicker, she was more, she told us, you know, what we needed to hear and what we didn't want to hear. She was just, like I said, like, she was just such a gangster. Like, she literally knew that I know that I'm sick and I'm not going to be here forever. And I took that with a grain of salt. And sometimes she didn't even say it like that. She would, you know, she would talk to us. We would have conversations with her, long conversations. We would go to movies with her. We would, you know, eat together and just all of these things. And I knew that every moment that I had with her, it was just so like, I took it in, you know. And I really do thank her for that. Just toughening us up and getting us ready for it, you know what I mean? And getting us ready for what we're going to face in the future. And I feel like that also made it easier for me as well, just her just being that kind of way, not just like not prepping us up for, you know, her sickness and the things that we're going to face along the way. And I don't really have too much else to say. I think this is all I have for this video too. I just, grief is something that it takes time, just like healing. It's something that transforms you, and it teaches you so many things about other people, about life, death, about spirituality, about your own self, you know. What do you want out of life? You know, what did I get out of just having her as my mom and not having her here anymore? Like, what did she teach me that I could take along the way? So that's something that I always think about every day. And I thank God for just giving her, or God giving her to me as my mother. And even though, like, it's just not a great feeling not to have her here, especially for Mother's Day that's coming up. But no matter who it is, your friend, your cousin, you know, the ones that truly care about you, that you truly just admire, and they make you happy, they make your life so just great. But, you know, these people just, you know, sometimes you just don't understand, and it hurts because it's like, why, you know, it's why? And I'm just glad and lucky that I got a chance to kind of talk to her all the time, and to get to know her on a deeper level before she passed, and just understand, you know, that she's still here with me even after her just not, her physical body just not being here. Like I understand that she's always protecting me and my family and her kids, her grandkids, and she's always watching, and I know that for sure. Like I feel it every day, and that's also made it very easier for me as my grief journey is, like, spirituality is a big thing for me. You know, knowing that she's still around, knowing that she's just, she wants the best for all of us, and I could truly feel that. And she's always with me. She's just always with me. So knowing that, like, your parent and your loved one is always with you, and they don't want you to be sad and stuff like that. And even though, like, it is a sad thing and it's okay to be sad, you know, I just know that she's with my little brother, and my little brother need her the most, honestly. And that's something that I got out of that spiritually a lot, is the fact that she's with my little brother. And that also made me feel great too, because I was like, okay, well, it's just really great. You know, I could feel her, I could feel it, you know, just me thinking about them being together. And because she was very hurt about my brother passing and stuff like that. That's another video for this topic and stuff like that in this channel. But I'm gonna wrap it up with just like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. So thanks for watching.